Alrighty, so where we ended last week, you guys were down in this sort of weird, hellish dungeon that was sporadically covered in tentacles and eyes. You fought against the Death Tyrant and managed to force it to retreat back into its hole, and we are just seconds after that has occurred. Ali is... What was the state with Ali? I believe she was still charmed.
Yeah, but we'd calmed emotion, and I'd suggested that she disarm herself if she had.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Okay. So Ali, while still eyeing you all extremely suspiciously, is not a current threat. In front of you is a creature Ali was fighting. It is Liz's character, who I believe is a dwarven female. What color's your hair, Liz? What does the clothes you're wearing look like, and what does your armor look like, Liz?
Okay, I do not remember. Hold on, sorry.
That's fine.
I am a dwarf, and so dwarven height. I'm very pale, have green eyes and auburn hair. I look sort of middle-aged for a dwarf, but you know, dwarfs can be deceiving in their age. But I have several weapons, and I look pretty disheveled.
Yes.
Kind of like a really strong hobo.
So if you also want to come up with the scenario, so you had been captured by this cultish people, and your mind was being invaded by a mind flayer and illithid, but that's something that you had a natural resistance to and were able to sort of play that you'd been mind controlled when you hadn't. Okay, yeah, so you're presented with this dwarven woman who certainly appeared to be a captive of the people you were just fighting, and appeared to resist the same things you were resisting. So yeah, as the combat has calmed down, you're really just left with this dwarven woman. I'm assuming you've still got your weapon, considering you were just getting stabbed by this lady in front of you. So around here, actually, Liz, there appears to be the discarded belongings of lots of different creatures who you think were probably captured in the same way you were. If you want to have a look around, you can actually find another hand axe to replace the one that you lost.
I'm going to do that. Am I allowed? I'm just going to start now putting on my chainmail and generally, like, completely oblivious to the people who are around me. I'm just going to keep, like, collecting weapons and shit and gathering my shit up. Getting ready to go.
So you guys are just presented with this dwarf who has to take off her outer garment, start putting her chainmail on, but certainly she doesn't strip down naked, but starts hastily putting on her armor. In front of you is a mound of corpses of different people wearing these cultist robes, and it appears to mainly just be like a mass of bodies. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to walk up and I'm going to say, "Hail, dwarf. Not to be disrespectful, but we kind of need to restrain the assassin here. She's not quite in her right mind, I don't think, having fought the big giant skull thing." And
yeah,
so
that's fine.
I come up nice. I want to hand the dwarf my rope and say, "You're clearly much stronger than I am. Would you be able to restrain the assassin for me?"
I can do that.
I think I'm going to resist being tied up.
Oh, that seems perfectly logical. Alright, so Kadarin pulls away. How about you both give me opposing strength check to see if you can like keep her hands in a stable enough position to
Strength check.
Yeah,
Okay.
both of you give me a strength check.
What is that?
So it's a D20 plus your strength parity modifier. Strength modifier.
I'm going down.
Yeah, you are.
The only time the shit is.
Oh, yeah.
You have a -2, I forgot about that. You attempt to resist, but she just has an iron grip on your wrist, Kadarin. And
I feel
you
like
can't.
she's sitting on me.
Yeah, she's pinned you down or something, and you have no avenue to resist what she's doing to you.
In my mind, it feels like I went to run away and I tripped, and then she just decided to sit on me.
Yeah.
And that's me being restrained.
Pretty much.
And you're like a pretty slight half-elf. You don't have a lot of mass to you, so you just have no way of resisting this big, heavy dwarf.
Not that heavy.
Yeah.
We're
You're
probably
big
heading
and
for a
strong,
dwarf.
you know, you're like burly.
You may or may not have noticed, back by the door, we kind of have a halfling that is not really much of a halfling anymore, more of a statue of a halfling.
Yeah, I've noticed he kind of got got hit with something.
He
Yeah,
got wrecked.
yeah. REKT wrecked. Would you be willing to sort of carry him out for us?
Oh. Tell you what, you help me get out of here safely. Maybe give me a little bit of rations to make sure I make it out not hungry, and I'll carry that guy wherever you need him to go.
Sweet, done deal. I'm Emerald, by the way, and the half elf you're sitting on at the moment is Darren.
I'm Morella. Yay!
How you going?
She plays music sometimes. It's weird.
All the time.
What kind of
She
music?
sucks.
Awesome music. Everyone loves it.
Yeah, this
I'm-
is a
I'm
very strange
Vistra.
group of people you're being presented with, Liz. You don't run into groups like this very often in the world. The races tend not to mix so much, and it is seen as being pretty abnormal.
You'll fit right in.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
righto.
Looks like a band of outcasts to me.
Now, I can see into this room, right? Because Taylor opened the door with Mage Hand last week.
Didn't it shut after the thingy left?
It did, but then Taylor came over and cast Mage Hand to open
Oh.
it straight up again.
Back in
Is there
South
anything
America.
of value that I could maybe steal? I'm
And so
looking
one
to
thing
loot.
you notice about this room is that it's basically completely empty. There are apart from the shrine at the back and the rich carpets against the wall, which give it sort of a very comfortable feeling almost. If you hadn't just seen a gigantic skull dropping, there's nothing of value in here.
Except my
Um,
axe in the
Except
bottom of
as
the
you
pit.
do move into the room, you do notice a big dark cave on the right that appears to just swallow all of the light. And just a few feet into this tunnel, it appears to be pitch black.
What's the tunnel look like?
So it is. The room you're in now is actually quite a fine room. So the walls they're a deep blue stone that have been finely carved to look like bricks. But where this tunnel juts out, it looks like it has. It wasn't part of the design of the room. Like it collapsed part of the wall later after the room was complete. And it appears to be a completely different type of stone on the inside of the tunnel, and it is leading down.
Excuse me,
Let's not go
dwarf.
down any tunnels.
Dwarf, what was your name? Sorry, I missed it.
It's a Vistra.
Vistra, do you know much about rocks, being a dwarf, and stone?
I didn't really grow up in the normal way that most dwarves do, but I could probably help you out a little bit.
Just wanted to see if you could identify what was going on with this tunnel, whether those rocks or the stone that the tunnel is made out of sort of give any indications where it goes.
I can tell you where it goes, and I can tell you don't want to go there.
Where's it go?
Shit, what's it called again?
The Underdark.
The Underdark. Thank you. I've got my own fucking backstory. Excellent.
Yeah, righto. The big hole, the giant thing. Can I roll sort of a history or an arcana check to see if I could identify the big giant skull thing?
If he does history, I'll
absolutely.
support.
Yeah,
Righto.
sure, do that.
Sweet.
Whichever you're better in history,
know too.
Arcana would be fine.
Yeah, it's all the same to me. So history.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll roll at advantage.
Orala wants answers.
15. Yeah, so you had heard of creatures before that were a single floating orb of an eye. And from stemming that, there are a lot of eyes stemming from this main eye. You'd seen this image portrayed in books. In terms of a giant skull with similar characteristics, you'd never heard of this before, but knowing what you know about the undead and liches, it doesn't surprise you so much that a highly magical creature such as this could surrender its flesh to some other being. So while you'd never specifically heard of what this creature is, you're familiar with the type of creature it comes from, and that is the beholder class of creature.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I want to fight another undead beholder.
Let's get the fuck
right
out
now.
of Dodge. I
Yeah,
think
I suggest we could
Tempest
leave
needs to
now.
know this.
Yeah, this is something we need to kind of report back.
Yeah, and so something that strikes you as a bit strange when you're in there as well, Matt, you just get an uneasy feeling, and it feels like the giant eye statue is actually following. Like, its eye is moving so subtly that you can't see it move, but you just feel like in the periphery of your vision, it's moving its eye slightly. which is strange because it's entirely made out of carved wood.
Given I'm sort of feeling that, can I kind of walk over to it and roll a perception check to see if I notice anything with it?
Yeah. Go on. Yeah, as you get closer, you get the feeling intensifies that you're just being watched.
What is the statue made out of?
It's carved wood. And it's all stained the same color, so it's not stained like an iris and pupil and stuff. It's all just beautifully carved wood.
Oh. Did I just roll?
No, you rolled a 20 before that. Yeah.
Sorry. I accidentally clicked it twice.
You are entirely certain looking at this that it has no living qualities, that it in fact was not moving, and it was a trick your brain was playing. Is there anything else you want to know about it?
Can I sort of determine whether, like, the maker of the eye, whether it has sort of a distinct quality to a particular craftsman who might have made it?
Yeah, so by the darkness and richness of the stain, and the fact that it hasn't been clouded, but even though this chamber is lit by fire, you get the feeling that this is a pretty recently stained piece of wood. I mean, you would assume it was probably done in the city above or somewhere local. You don't think this is some ancient piece of, I guess, furniture. You get the feeling it's quite new and has been done locally.
Yep. Is there any sort of craftsman mark on the wood at all or not?
Yeah, with a 20, sure. So not on the front at all, but as you are like reaching around with your fingers around this, you feel a roughness on one edge. And when you lean and look underneath, you see a little craftsman symbol, which appears to be a sickle and a chisel crossing each other.
I think that's all I can discern from the eye, so I'm of the opinion we go back to Tempest, we try and sort out this stoned halfling, and we've got things we need to do now, guys.
So, Wes, you want me to carry this stone friend of yours?
Yeah, if you could, that would be fantastic.
Where is he?
Okay, how am I gonna work out how much that stone would weigh? That's a fucking big piece of stone.
Not
Oh.
that big.
Can I look at
Liz
the...
could count. She goes, superhuman strength. What are you guys doing?
We're leaving.
I'm
I'm frog marching Kaderin out.
Yeah,
Is there anything in this room that looks to be of value?
Yeah, roll me a perception. Yeah, nice. So having a quick glance over all the items that are left, it's mainly things like simple weaponry, like there's some daggers, there's some pretty crappily made swords, there's a couple of axes, one of which I believe Liz picked up to replace one of her missing hand axes.
Yep.
There is like some pretty poor leather clothing. There's just stuff that doesn't leap out to you as being valuable or something you particularly want, but something that does strike your attention is the way you are now, you can see a reflection of light coming from one of the downed men's fingers, one of the cultist fingers, as his hand is sort of like mangled.
Yep, righto.
Yep. You get the feeling it's a ring or something.
I go over and I pick up the ring. Alright, let's leave, guys. Let's skedaddle.
Sure. Now, one thing you also notice, Matt, is that not all the men are wearing this ring. There was only the one that you spotted. Some of the men are wearing other rings. They're all men, by the way. And they all appear to be of the same complexion, the same race. These are all human males.
What about this one here? Was there anything special about him?
Yes, so he is covered in marks, all of which are like carved with some sort of crude knife. And they all are in the shape of an eye. They're of different sizes, but his body is just littered with this scarification that looks like eyes. And the middle of his forehead it's just been carved back to the bone. So he actually has a component pouch on his side, and he is carrying a book on his belt.
Dibs on the component pouch.
I'll take the book.
You, man.
All right, so I throw the component pouch to a fully dressed Spurgeon and go, "Where the fuck were you? We came down here looking for you."
Do not even get me started, mate. The shit I've been through. Have you guys found a mind rapey tentacle guy?
Not
we
tentacles,
found
but there are tentacles.
I just got my brain fucking jacked by some weird octopus face guy.
Yeah, no, not what we found. We found a giant skull.
I know, I was here for that.
It was a beholder. It's not fun. Right, so no, we did not find Tentacle Face.
Keep an eye out for Tentacle Face. He will fuck your shit up. He'll make you spill all kinds of secrets.
Righto.
Would you tell it?
That I used to play the skin flute before I picked the triangle.
What?
I played a flute made out of animal skin.
yeah.
Is that what they're calling it
And
these
wood.
days?
Spurgeon, meet Vistra. Vistra, Spurgeon.
Oh, what's going on?
What up?
All right, let's go, guys. I'm sick of tentacles in my face and eyes looking at me and all this shit.
Keep an eye out for mind rapies. Do I have to carry the stone halfling?
No, the dwarf is going to do that.
Yeah, as you say that, like the dwarven lady hefts the big, massive stone with more ease than you think most people would be able to. She appears to be
Ooh, she's
incredibly strong.
What's through this door up here, guys?
Don't do it.
It's
It's a trap.
there's a giant hole in the ground where I think the eye went, and then there's a tunnel down to the Underdark. We're not fucking around in there.
Okie dokie.
You guys head back out of the tunnel, and Taylor, you recognize, as you get further up, these are actually the cells. You were kept in one of these cells.
I wonder if they've found the guy I killed. Can I look for the cell I was kept in?
Yeah, sure. You recognize that the cell you were kept in was near the very top of the tunnel, and this tunnel is about 500 meters long. It heads steadily upwards, so it's like stairs, and every 10 feet or so, there's a cell on either side. You get the feeling that there's hundreds of cells along this path, and almost all of them have a body in them. I say a body because some of them are moving, some of them are murmuring to themselves. None of them seem to be coherent,
And some have arrows in them.
and some have arrows.
Thank fuck I escaped this shit.
It is actually sort of early evening now. It's about 5 p.m. The sun is starting to go behind like clouds and mountains. It's getting a bit dark. You're still carrying the statue of Ash Ketchum.
Yep.
What do you guys do? You're out on the street. You've been unmolested. There's nobody who's tried to stop you. You haven't run into any.
I think we're going back to the buckled unicorn. I think.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you get back to the buckled unicorn. It's probably about 5:30 by the time you get back.
How long has Ali been charmed for?
So she's been charmed for, you would guess, about 45 minutes.
Righto.
Oh, probably should be pretty close to coming out of her stupid meta. You don't know the duration, but metagamey wise, it's been about an hour, Ellie, and you start to feel normal again. Like your loyalties are back with your party, and you understand that your mind had been altered in some way by the creature.
Well, I'm still frog marching her because I don't know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get to the pub, and people are regarding you fairly strangely. You've obviously all got marks of battle on you. You've got a half-elven lady who's being led on like a leash of rope with her hands tied behind her back. And you've got a dwarf carrying an oddly lifelike statue.
Also a human who I've just remembered has a wildly infected hand.
Yeah, your hand is... It's not looking great. You don't think it's life-threatening, but it's sort of red and throbbing.
Would, heal wounds fix that, or do I have to,
You get the feeling,
something
yeah.
help?
You get the feeling your healing magic would probably be
Well, I'm
enough
not
to
going to
deal
make the
with this.
mistake of casting it out in the open again, because I got my shit rocked last time that happened.
Yeah.
So the barkeep is the same barkeep that was there last time?
It's the same barkeep, and he regards you curiously. He just lifts one eyebrow but doesn't ask any questions.
And we go, good sir. I turn around and I look and I go, me? Vistra? Spurgeon? Barala? That's what, 4 of us? Correct?
Hey, me. Hey.
Yeah, you're liable to stab people, so I'm not buying you beer.
No, not anymore. I feel the charm has lifted.
Don't untie her. I have
Yeah,
stab
Fish
wounds.
just has no reason to trust her.
What
I
was
will
wrong
not
with you?
Stab you.
What was wrong with you?
Somebody
That
do a weird
giant
check.
skull thing.
Can we sort this out after I've got a beer down my neck?
Yeah, whatever. We're getting. Just go to the barkeep and I go like four of your beeriest beers. Or
Make it
ales.
feel
Belgium says-
Wow.
Fuck you, Emerald. What about my beer?
Why can't she have
Oh,
a beer?
shit.
She could drink it while tied up. Her
All right,
hands
5
are
of
tied
your
in front of
beeriest
her.
beers, then, good sir.
Oh,
She
I
nods and
will pass Kadaren her beer. Like, I'll give her like little sips. I'll baby bird her.
Yeah, righto.
Okay.
Oh,
No worries. Yeah, the bartender
Chug
looks at you
anymore.
curiously, and he pours 5 beers pretty quickly from a keg, and he nods and says, "Looks like you need it."
Yeah, not the
Definitely.
greatest day I've ever had, I'm not gonna lie.
We-
Beer
Okay,
is good.
so I grab both beers and just down them both in phenomenally quick speed.
Okay. Yeah. He regards you.
Asshole Spurgeon, that was mine.
He says, "Another."
I look over to Immerul and turn my pockets out, indicating that I still have no money yet.
I kind of shrug and roll my eyes and go, yeah, I guess.
Yay! Yes, please, good sir.
Untie me, Spurgeon.
That sounded menacing. I
trust
don't
that.
think
Yeah.
his charm is lifted.
You drank my beer!
She's still not in her right state of mind.
Spurgeon, I'm gonna ask you
Better
this
buy her
question
another
very
beer.
quickly. If I had bought you a beer and then just drunk it straight in front of you, how would you react?
Well, my character sheet says I'm garrulously optimistic, so I probably would have shrugged it off and tried to get another one off you.
So I'm gonna
not
go up.
there.
I'm gonna go up behind Kadaren, and I'm gonna untie her. I'm gonna call the barkeep over and get a beer for her.
Why? What
Thank
are you
God.
doing?
He gets a fresh mug, pours you a beer, hands it to you. You're gonna
Thank
behave,
you.
aren't you, lady?
She stabs
I will.
me. I rob